Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and in today's video we're going to do something different. I'm going to be doing a new series on my channel, and it's really just real girl talk. We will have hard conversations. We're going to be having letters to our younger selves. Everyone has experienced different things in life, and so everyone's opinion or their perspective matters. In today's video, I am sitting with some of my sisters in Christ, and we are having a raw, impromptu conversation. It's not prepared. We didn't prepare for this. We didn't practice. We didn't know ahead of time. I just started to film. The conversation is, why as young ladies and women are we so hard on ourselves? Why is it so hard for us to have self-confidence? It's real talk. Real girl talk. So if you want some real girl talk, please continue to watch. And I'm hoping that there is something that is said in this video today that may inspire you to start believing in yourself. Okay.
Today we're going to ask a quick question. Why as women we are so hard on ourselves? And we're going to have Sister Mimi begin and open the floor and tell us why.
So, first of all, I believe social media plays a big part in why we don't think so beautiful and highly of ourselves. Because you have all these images that are out there that says we should look like this, we should be thin, our hair should be a certain way, we should wear this type of makeup. So you have all these false images, because that's what they are, they're false images, to where we don't love ourselves. The men that should be loving us, they love somebody else. So they love a certain type. They're skinny, their hair is a certain way, their color is a certain way. So then us as women of color, whatever spectrum of the end we're at, whether we're light skinned or we're super dark, because we have all those images in our head and what we see and what have been portrayed, makes us feel a certain type of way, makes us not want to love ourselves, makes us think that because our hair is a little kinkier than somebody else's, that, I'm not good enough. Where in actuality we are good enough, as long, because we have to love ourselves. If we don't love ourselves, that's where it starts. So with us and not loving ourselves, first of all, we gotta look within ourselves and see why we are not where we need to be, why we can't love ourselves.
To piggy off what she said, I'll have to do with saying social media as well, and also validation with numbers. A lot of people want to have that clout. If I got 5,000 views, 5,000 followers, 5,000, that makes me feel beautiful. If I post a picture and only get 5 likes, it's not pretty. But if I post it and I get 5,000 likes, I'm pretty. Because we want that validation of numbers. And I really feel like the social media, if we didn't have social media or we didn't have numbers or anything, people would just be okay with it. But you have to be, like you said, it's basically everything you just said. I can't even really say much because, and then, like you said, you have to just love yourself. And we have problem with loving ourselves because we compare ourselves too much. But it's back to validation. It comes to the point where I don't need validation to let me know I look good. I am the validation. So how can we resolve that? We need to start doing more self-love, more praying, more leaving social media alone, or doing things that you love. Like this right now, we could be posting this. Who cares about the views? We're doing this for ourselves. If we do more things that we love and enjoy, instead of doing it for numbers and validation, we'll love ourselves more.
I'm going to speak for parenthood and not social media. Growing up, sometimes we don't have those mothers and fathers that are lovable. We don't have those ones saying, oh, you're beautiful, or, things like that. So we go out, once we get of age, we go out looking for that. We look for people to tell us, I love you. We look for people to say, you're beautiful, you're pretty, this, that, or the other. So we go to different outlets trying to find that love from people. So we once we get that from guys, the first person that shows us attention, we're running to it. They can be dogs, they can be treating us bad, and once we get that love, they belittle us to make us think that we aren't worthy, we aren't anything. I'm 31 and I feel like I'm just now learning myself at 31. So when you have that, if you are parents, start doing it with your children when they are younger, so that when they get older, they won't be trying to look for love at 31 years old. You know.
So I just want to go from another aspect of the relationship part of it. I feel we as women, we have lowered our standards. We have accepted less of our worth because of prior relationships we have been in. Sometimes, due to lack of communication in that relationship, lack of confidence, lack of respect, we have just degraded ourselves basically. And so with that being said, we as women, we take that for what it is and we just start settling. So we basically have settled less than what we're really worth at this present time. And I know, speaking from experience, I personally been through a divorce. I also think when you do go through relationships like that, you need time to heal. If you don't take that time to heal, you will find yourself going into the same situation, and the value of you is getting less and less because we are continuing to settle for things. With that being said, we need to take back our worth. If you know that you've been in a relationship, because that's the part I'm talking from, the point of view of relationship, you need to take time to heal, so you won't take that into another relationship. And when you take things into another relationship, 9 times out of 10, you take the other baggage from what you should have been doing, and then you're getting your confidence is getting lower and lower and lower, and with your confidence getting lower, then your sense of trust, you lose trust in a relationship when you start settling, and it's just a lot of things that take part of this. That's what I would say in this situation.
I feel like these ladies have said it. Thinking in terms of like me growing up. My father died before I was born. I never saw my mom being loved properly by a man. My mom didn't have every Tom, Dick, and Harry in her house around her kids. If my mother did have relationships, I didn't know about it until I got much older, but I was also out of her home. So for me, it was what I wanted from myself, what I thought love was. Have I always been successful in that? No. In my latter years, do I feel like I'm starting to learn that? Yes. Do I feel like I deserve that? Absolutely. Is that what I am striving to have? Heck yeah. Everybody wants to be loved. Your properly may be different than my properly. I really do think that a lot of times we're not taught that, and we don't see that, especially in our Black households. I mentioned bullying, working with children, or working with kiddos from 12 to 17. That's all too common nowadays. Kids are brutal. The kids I grew up with are totally different than the kids nowadays. I can also say I don't know what it's like to parent a young lady, and teaching them how to self-love. But as a mother of a young male, I've always told him, I want you to find somebody that's going to make you happy. You be with somebody that is your equal. You have to be an equal. You don't ever put in more than what that other person is putting in. I'm a firm believer in that, because you are somebody. I really do think that it's taught, and we don't see that a lot. And I think that the more we see those positive influences in the home, I think we'll be okay.
The social media was good, the validation was good, parenting was good, knowing your self-worth was good, prior practice, relationships, all that was good, settling was good, all that kind of stuff. For me, I come from a family that literally my father poured into me. He told me every day I was pretty, so that was nothing for somebody to come and tell me. I'd be like, thank you, whatever. My dad was the first man to make me feel like I was that. My mama is the G of Queens, for real. Going outside the house, putting on my wig, I won't go to no store with no bonnet, no scarf, no hat. I don't G up, but I look decent. That's how I was raised. You can get wrapped up and tangled up in individuals, not necessarily even a man, but being in corporate America, being on your jobs, things can definitely detach you from what you have been brought up, how you be. When you do settle, you accept and you start accepting dysfunction.
Yes.
Dysfunction will tear you all the way apart, and you try to mask. And if you are strong and you're raised by strong individuals, you try to mask that, but after a while, you take masking tape, it can start shredding, and you won't have anything to hold you up. So dysfunctioning, if you're with a person that is a manipulator or a narcissist, immaturity, you start settling, you start adapting to that. It starts stripping you away from who you are. And sometimes we go into things, not necessarily relationships, but anything. We can go and accept something, knowing good and well it's not something that you need. You have red flags, blue flags, green flags, pink flags. You have prophecies, you have everything, but then you just override it thinking that, oh, it's this for me. It's gonna work out. This different. It just demolishes you. And then you are in the bottom of a barrel in the pit and you're trying to climb out of it. I adapted this if it feel good, do it mentality. I do believe that all of what y'all say have said is very vital. I agree with you. We focus on the girls, but we neglect the boys. You get around people, yes, that's going to strengthen you, but you also have to start working on yourself.
All right, so now these ladies are going to tell us one thing. What is one thing that would help us to build our self-confidence or self-worth? What is one suggestion that you can suggest to a young lady or someone that's going to see this? What is one thing they can do? We're going to start right here.
I think self-care is important. Be it getting your nails done, buying your favorite lip gloss, going to the beauty supply store and buy your favorite hair product. I think self-care, I know for myself, is extremely important.
I would say affirmations. Build yourself up. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself that you are beautiful. Tell yourself that you are loved. Tell yourself that you can do it. Even if you can't do it at the time, just build yourself up with self-affirmations about yourself.
Finding that someone that you can confide in. If you are having bad days, hey, I'm having a bad day. I need you to help lift me up, help strengthen me, help encourage me, help pray with me, things like that. So if you find that yourself having those bad days, you have your self-affirmations and place them around your house, place them around your walls, place them on your lockers at school or anything like that, in your mom's car, in your car, so that you can have a constant reminder, I am enough, I am worthy, I am a Black woman, I will be successful, I will graduate, things like that. So just having that, and then someone to really help push you, even if it isn't a parent. Talk, be vocal, don't bottle it inside, because you will be lost. That's what I would say.
So I'll say find a hobby. Find something that you're good at. Write a song if you're good at singing. Make up dances if you're good at dancing. Draw a picture. Find a book. Do anything that you know you're good at and perfect your craft.
I would say know that you are beautiful, that you are somebody, that you are here for purpose and reason, and love yourself. And whatever you go through, know it's there to make you who you are. You are beautiful inside and out.
My shirt says know your worth and then add tax. I would say the tax part is important. Adding more to it. The self-care is really where I was going to go. But you may not necessarily know what you may like. You have to find, so you have to fine-tune of yourself. Start pulling things out of yourself. You'll know what you like. You'll know what you don't like. And then start just perfecting it, like Sister Taylor said. And know your tax. Add work. Take your tax and work it.
All right. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
If you like this video and would like more videos like this, please continue to watch, because this series is going to be nice. It's going to be very nice. These real, raw couch conversations are coming. Stay tuned for part 2.